In the main event of UFC 239, Jon Jones won a split decision over Thiago Santos. 2 judges gave Jones 3 rounds, 1 judge gave Santos 3 rounds. Santos did well in the first and last rounds of the fight, and Jones had a strong 3rd round when he dropped Thiago with an elbow and cut him with another one. Over the last 6 months, Jones has beat Santos, Smith, and Gustafsson. Amanda Nunes knocks out Holly Holm with a head kick and punches 4-10 into the fight. She defends her bantamweight belt for a 4th time and lays claim to being the greatest female fighter of all time. In spectacular fashion, Jorge Masvidal scores a 5-second flying knee knockout over Ben Askren, setting a record for the fastest KO in UFC history and ending Askren's 20-fight undefeated streak. Masvidal has knocked out Askren and Till in his last 2 fights and wants a title shot. Luke Rockhold's debut at 205 was spoiled by a 2nd round knockout courtesy of Jan Blahowicz's left hand. Luke has been KO'd in 3 of his last 4 fights. Jan has won 5 of his last 6. Michael Chiesa put on a grappling clinic, dominating Diego Sanchez on the ground for all 3 rounds, winning a decision 30-26 on all the cards. He's looked great at 170, beating Sanchez and Condit at welterweight, and he wants a top 10 opponent next. Arnold Allen dominated Gilbert Melendez en route to a unanimous decision victory. Allen has won 8 in a row, Melendez has lost 5 straight, and hasn't won since October 2013. Chito Vera won round 1 versus Noel Hernandez. Hernandez was winning round 2, but then Vera got back to his feet, landed a knee, got mount, took his back and got the rear naked choke to score his 4th straight win. Round 1 of GADELHA versus MARKOS was mostly uneventful. GADELHA outstruck MARKOS in round 2 and 3, en route to a unanimous decision victory in a boring fight that irritated many of the fans at the T-Mobile Arena. 21-year-old Song Yadong KO'd Alejandro Perez in 2 minutes and 4 seconds. He's won 7 in a row. The UFC should book him to fight for their August 31st show in China. Edmund Shabazian was highly impressive and only needed 72 seconds to tap out Jack Marshman with a rear naked choke. He's the 3rd youngest fighter in the UFC at 21 years old and undefeated at 10-0 in MMA. Ismail Nardiev's striking was exceptional in the first half of round 1 versus Chance Rencounter, but Rencounter controlled most of the rest of the fight on the ground, en route to a unanimous decision victory. Chance has won 6 of his last 7. And Julia Avila won every round versus Pani Kianzad and dropped her in round 3, then controlled her on the ground to win a unanimous decision in her UFC debut.